Dobby is like the most playful cat ever. Like he just loves to play. And Deke hasn't learnt how to play yet. So it's just, we're just trying to navigate, helping Deke understand that Dobby's not trying to like swipe or, you know what I mean? Like he's actually trying to play. But Deke is so obsessed with Dobby to the point where he'll like follow him around the house. And I think that was the nice like middle ground for us because Deke was so afraid of us, but loved him. So we moved from our front house to our back house, and we just popped him in the bathroom just because when cats move, sometimes they can get nervous and start peeing in places where they're not supposed to. I'd been in the bathroom earlier that day and I'd closed up all the windows. So it was just one tiny window right at the top and it had a security screen on it. So my partner had actually opened it back up to let some air in. And he had gotten up on top of the shower, walked around and pushed the security screen out and then jumped out that window. And then I came in and I was like, oh my gosh, he's gone. And he didn't go very far. He just went to the neighbors, but then he was scared by a dog. So he was chased by a dog like next door and we could see this happening because we were trying to get him back. And it wasn't until I put out a bunch of flyers that we ended up locating him across the road and then set a couple of humane traps because there was no way that he was going to like let us walk up to him and grab him. And I actually saw him just sitting about a meter away from it. I went up to him and he sort of was like, oh, hello, and then ran away and then got my scent and he ended up coming home that night. And prior to that move, he was great with us. He would let us rub his belly and like not pick him up, but he was very, breakfast and dinner time, it was like we were his best friend. So yeah, he got used to us, but then having those 2 weeks out in the street, he sort of had to readjust again. Right now, their relationship stands as like, Deke is recovering. He just had his castration yesterday. But Dobby's just sort of like, classic older brother, just like watching over him, like following him around and stuff. As soon as we got Dobby, he just was full of personality. And I was like, people would love this kitty. Like he's just a ball of fun. And then obviously when Deke came along, they had like this really interesting relationship where one can play and one can't, and them trying to teach each other. So I was like, I'm sure people would love this. I wanted to start a TikTok just as like a creative outlet, and the fact that they're so talkative and talk to each other and stuff, like it was, just sort of went with it, and now it's a thing.